ambition, a poet. Really not my name. More like a barrel, so when you say my name, you think about what's deep down inside of you. A strong desire to meet one goal, hoping that everybody in this room, from here all the way to the vendor in the back, that they'll be better than they were today than ever before. That my whole end job is to inspire. You call me Ambition the Poet, but they should be calling me Ambition the Cultivator. So to my mom, so I can practice it. How do I find them? I research his birth, I can find them. So me and my niggas can act like we need to work and go kind of. On the block doing 60, show him, come down the block doing 60. How can he sell to my mom when she looking frail and she about 60? This is the night of my life that I think I'm gonna have to get busy. This is the pain of a foster child. This night I'm gonna get busy. See, he is the master. My mom is the slave. The cot is the drug, and this is the way these people get paid, okay? The whip is the stress, overdose is the noose. Rehab is Harry and trying to help. All the slaves loose, goddamn. So what do I do when I find the person that's helping my mom commit suicide and I know it for certain? This is Revenge of the Foster Kid. This is the poetry version. I do this for all the foster kids and I know they still hurting. See, my soul is on fire. They feel like napalm. I was so crusty, I was so dirty. There was no soap and no Avon. My adoption paper said that I was eating the crayons. My adoption paper said that I was eating the crayons. So I tie him up. I take him down to the basement. This is for all of my pain and all of my blood that spilled on the pavement. What happened to him? I leave that to your imagination. My son, are you in these streets talking about revenge? My son, are you talking about when you was in those abandoned houses? My son, I told you to use your power to go empower. Dear foster child, this is your job. Every time y'all see those iPhones in that company, the creator of that company was a foster child. His name was Steve Jobs. See, this is no facts, this is all opinion. See, there was a white boy who played the banjo. They called him a great. He was a foster child. His name was John Lennon. Yeah. So, wherever you come from, Wilmington, North Philly, I don't know, any inner city, they're going to try to say that you're disadvantaged. You have one parent, some are on drugs, some are missing. They're going to try to say that you're damaged, but it's your job to look back at them and say no disrespect. But I didn't panic. They're going to try to say that you're concrete, but you're really roses. So I came to Wilmington today to tell you, because I don't know if anybody told this, but there was a young boy who was in the Bible who was sent down a river. He was a foster child. His name was Moses. Thank you. My name is Jay. We're going to get into this next one. This one is, this is called Therapy Sessions. This is a new piece I was telling my man. I said, we're going to do 2 new pieces. So this is a new piece. I never did a love poem. I'm doing one today. It's not really a love poem, which I say. I need therapy, y'all. Anybody else need therapy like me? Sometimes you got to keep it on the low. Yeah. I know how to talk to a girl, but if she asks me like, yo, say something romantically, I can't do that. Like, I struggle with it. So, I ended up going to a doctor, therapist, one of my therapists. She's bad too, in my mind. So I go to my doctor. I said, doctor, listen, I'm a poet. She says, I know that. I said, but I have some issues. You gotta keep this to yourself. She says, everything in here is confidential. I'm like, okay. I don't know how to speak to women romantically. She laughed at me. You don't know how to speak to women romantically, but you're a poet? I said, yo, calm down. Help me out. She says, okay, what do you love? I said, well, I love food, I love cars, I like science, Dubai. I mean, what does that even matter? She says, take what you love as it relates to females and see what happens. Let's do this exercise. So this is what happened. If she was a car at an auto show, she would be that car that's on the center floor. And I would say that her eyes remind me of the sunrise, but I don't really speak like that. So I guess I would say, her eyes remind me of the headlights that belong on a Lamborghini Aventador. Yeah. She says, that's good, but you said that you love food. Her skin reminds me of the shade of brown on that fried chicken, Mom. Her skin reminds me of the shade of brown. that's on that fried chicken that's fried hard, that's cooked behind that bulletproof glass that comes from that nasty Chinese store. You feel me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She said, you said that you love food. I said, yes. She says, related to, I said, her skin is the shade of brown, that fried chicken that's fried hard, that's cooked behind that bulletproof glass, that comes from that nasty Chinese store. Doctor said, that's good. I said, Doc, I don't want to talk about poems and haikus. Let me just tell this girl, let's just get straight to the action. She says, Brian, again, you're not staying focused. She says, go deeper. Yo. So, how can I do that? If her body, I would tell her, okay, I wish it was a scientific experiment. And she would be like, well, I do because I want to break your body down to the smallest of fragments. That way, I could spread your body across my 10,000 taste buds and let you float in my saliva as I taste you in the smallest of a fraction. Doctor says, that's good. We're starting to get traction. I said, maybe I could tell her that she is as sweet as a sugar cane that grows in Florida. I was like, oh, that's weak. She said, you need to go deeper. I said, okay. She's 12 atoms of carbon. 22 atoms of hydrogen. Another 11 atoms of oxygen that I would use to breathe. And before I leave, I write that on a piece of paper that she's nothing but sugar because that's the chemical formula. I said, Doc, she said, you said that you love to travel. I said, yeah, that's true. Maybe I could say that I want to take her to an island so I could gaze at her eyes on the beach. The doctor was like, come on, as a therapist, even I knew that line was a little bit weak. Go deep. I said, maybe I could tell her that I would love to take her to that underwater hotel that's in Dubai. Yeah, under the light where it's a little bit dim. That way, she could be her naughtiest, and the sharks and the tropical fish could be our audience as we're making this rated R film. And before she gets done her food and before it gets a chance to digest, maybe I could have her body glide across the satin sheets. Then pray rest in peace to the silkworms that died in the process. I want to say it again.
Say it again.
I told her that I want to take her to that underwater hotel in Dubai, where we can make love under that aquarium light was a little bit dim. So that way she could be her naughtiest, and the sharks and the tropical fish could be our audience as we're making this rated R film. But then, I'll make sure that when she gets done her food, before it gets a chance to digest, I let her body glide across the satin sheets. And then pray rest in peace to the silkworms that died in the process. She never thinks that I pay attention, Mom. So this is when it's starting to occur. You see, her favorite color is pink. So I take her to Indonesia, something called the Komodo Islands, where the beach is the same color as a 90s Cameron fur.
Right.
The doctor says, you gotta bring it home for me. I said, okay. I would tell her that maybe we'll take a sculpting class, and she would be like, why? And I'd be like, because I gotta learn about oil-based clay, so I can make a statue of you that I have to finish soon. That way when you go to work, if I ever miss you, all I have to do is walk downstairs and see a sculpture that I made of you in imported marble that I put in my living room. Thank you. I got 30%. This one is a little interesting. This is called Can You Write About Me? This one is called Can You Write About Me? It was this girl that I knew who was a fighter in high school. Knockout girls all the time, always with me. And we had a conversation. She was like, yo, I was like, where you been at? She was like, oh, my boyfriend's been beating me. In this particular week in my life, I was watching Love and Hip Hop and different things that was coming on TV, and I kept seeing domestic abuse. And everything was coming towards me about domestic abuse. I said, oh, I gotta write about it. I called my mom and she'll tell you, I wrote about it. I said, I gotta write about it. And so I was talking to the girl and she said, can you write about me? I said, that's a little bit weird. She said, that's okay. I want you to write about my story, just don't say my name. I said, okay. Can you write about me? She says, he beats me and uses me for sex like a girl that's stuck in sex trafficking. She says, please, can you write about me? She says he hits me so hard that his knuckles could engrave his first and last name into my jawbone. She says, please, can you write about me? She says, I'm scared to tell my parents. I'm scared to tell my parents that my relationship is a failure like some of Thomas Edison's invention. She says, please, can you write about me? She said, I'm scared to run. I'm scared to run because if I run, then he'll hunt me down. Like a cheetah with a growling stomach, and I'm just a shiny gazelle under the African sun. She says, please, can you write about me? She says, tell those people if they don't understand poetry, then maybe ask them if they see that movie called Suicide Squad. She says that I'm Harley Quinn. She says I'm in love with the Joker. I'm in love with the devil that's inside of him. I love his personality because it's more like an infectious disease that'll put my personality in hospice care like somebody's grandma that's about to die. She says, please tell those people that I told you to write about me. She says, I was scared to tell my friends because I knew they would say I told you, and it was true. I almost died in front of Temple University, right there on board in Tioga. She says, please, can you write about me? She said, tell him that he beats me like Joker. No, tell him that he beats me like a new jump set and he's Travis Barker with the sticks going ham, but goddamn. She says, please, can you tell him that I told you to write about me? And she says, Brian, what would you do? I said, what would I do? I don't know. I said, yo, you know what, go on YouTube right now. She says, I'm being domestically abused and you want me to go on YouTube. I said, yeah. 2015 Super Bowl commercial, nobody paid attention. Lady called up 911. She says, can I have a pizza? I have pepperoni, cheese. He was astounded and dumbfounded the way she sounded when she was ordering the police. She was ordering pizza, but she really was ordering police. He said, ma'am, this is 911. Why are you ordering pizza? Is there something wrong? She said, yes. He was astounded and dumbfounded the way she sounded when she was ordering pizza, but she really was ordering the police. He said, ma'am, is the man in the room has weapons? Is he near you? Is that why you can't talk to me? She says, yes. How long will it take you to get here? He said, can you stay on the line? He was astounded and dumbfounded the way she sounded when she was ordering pizza, but she really was ordering the police. He said, I'm 1 mile away. Can you stay on the phone? She said, I can't do that. She says, but thank you for that YouTube video. She says, but what else can you do for me? I said, I don't know. I don't really know. I said, you gotta give me a piece of paper and a marker. I gotta write you a math formula. She says, again, I'm being beat by my man and you wanna write me a math formula. I said, I got to. I got the piece of paper and this is what happened. I wrote 2, I got a cell phone emoji. And I wrote 2 times 10 to the 4th power. And then a little grave emoji next to it. She says, what does that mean? I said, well, the cell phone next to the 2 times 10 to the 4th power is 20,000. You combine those together, that means 20,000 domestic abuse calls is made a day. I said, but if you don't make that call, that little grave emoji, that will be your reality. She says, please, please, can you tell those people I told you to write about? Thank you.